very distinct thank you to active duty for always giving full support to reserves during my time here. The command cadre arrived here with little experience working with reservists, which listened to our needs and listened to how we operate and integrated us seamlessly into the overall operational structure of the sector. So I'm going to read out a quote from Richard Branson about leadership. He says, "Great things can be achieved by leading through wisdom, empathy, and integrity, with no other agenda than humanity." As a CEO and XO for the unit, this is exactly how Captain Borelli and Commander McNally supported us. There were no egos. It was all about teamwork and how to produce a synergy between the active duty and the reserves. So XO, this is your Saturday. You're supposed to be with your family, but you're here as a presiding official supporting the ceremony. Thank you very much. So at first, I wanted to retire quietly. For those who keep up with popular memes on social media, I wanted to be like that Homer Simpson meme, where he slides backwards, disappearing into a bush, hoping no one would notice. But several people told me, well, if you don't want to do this for yourself, do it for your kids. Do it for the unit. So I thought about it, and I also took into account my belief in astrology. If I didn't do the ceremony, I'd be resisting my natural ways of being a Leo. So I guess I'll have them. For those who know me well, I'll let you react to the following Leo characteristics and let me know if I truly fit into any of these, all right? Number 1, exudes warmth and creativity.
Yes! Yes!
I think I radiate some more than activity created, right? Number 2, really big personality.
Yes!
I don't know, I don't think I have a big personality, but sometimes I have a big head. Is that what that means? Number 3, wants to stand out.
Yes!
I don't know about that.
Fashion!
Yeah, right?
Number 4, interested in luxury. I think it just stops at interested. I can't afford luxury. That's why I drive a Prius. All right, number 5, a little bit vain. Yes?
No!
All right, I think I could agree on a little bit vain. Emphasis on the little bit. All right, according to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, the definition of vain is having or showing undue or excessive pride in one's appearance or achievements.
Okay, yes! No doubt!
One thing's for sure, I do have pride in my appearance.
No doubt, no doubt.
Again, for those who know me well, I know a little thing or two about men's fashion. In high school, I was voted best dressed.
Oh, God.
And recently, I started an Instagram account called Fashion Proisms, highlighting different men's styles and fashions. So if you're interested in men's fashion tips, give me comments. All right, enough about me. I'm standing in front of you today to close out a military career in ceremonial fashion. And there's a long good tradition for those who served 20 more years in the military. I want to begin with giving you a glimpse of a reservist life. It's not what we do, but more what we're made of. During drill weekends here at Sector San Diego, we have teams that provide maritime law enforcement, responses to maritime distress calls, performing vessel inspections, pollution investigations, boat repairs, collecting intelligence, incident management, ordering aircraft parts, and making sure we get paid on time. So we do all these things that contribute to the operational success of Sector San Diego. But we reservists are complex creatures. We're made up of other things. This reserve job is just one part of our lives. It's a hat that we wear amongst other hats worn. Outside of being a reservist, we have our 9-to-5 jobs. We're engineers, we're nurses, we're police officers, firefighters, and teachers. We work the week, and we dive right into the weekend doing a reserve thing. And roll right back into the office on Monday. We wear our family hats. We take care and spend time with our kids, spouse, which takes a pause during the weekends. And then some of us wear student hats. So on top of being a reservist, having a full-time job, taking care of family, continuing education adds to the rigorous life of a reservist. Now, let's not forget the high chance of being called to active duty. When that happens, your career takes a pause. Your school takes a pause. Also, depending on where your orders take you, you're away from your family for the length of the orders given to you. Oh, and by the way, being an officer or fulfilling leadership positions in a unit isn't just limited to 1 week in a month. In order to sustain a successful reserve operation, you'll have to answer emails, phone calls, and solve problems outside of the usual weekend. Being a reservist more than just 1 week in a month or 2 weeks in the summer, it's more than a part-time job, and for certain positions, it can definitely be a full-time job. You'd be lucky to get stationed where you live, which we call the home of record. As you rise to the ranks, your chances of performing your reserve duty go further away from your home of record. Some of us travel far ways just to get to our unit for the weekend. Our senior reserve officer flies from Billings, Montana. There are only 2 flights out of Billings, Montana, and then there's a layover in Seattle. For him, it takes almost 13 hours to get here. And the travel expenses aren't even covered by the government, so you'd be lucky to have money left over from your paycheck after the weekend's done. These are the sacrifices that reservists have to endure. So we definitely don't do it for the money. So why do we do this? We all have our personal reasons. And after my 6-year stint with the Marine Corps and earning a college degree, I wanted to learn leadership at the officer level. So my main purpose of returning to the military as a reservist was to be a better leader. And it paid off. The leadership skills I learned in the Coast Guard transferred over to my current civilian job with General Atomics as a project manager. Also, this was all I knew. As a second-generation Filipino-American, you either became a nurse, an engineer, or joined the military. Where are my nurses at? Where are my engineers at? Where are my military folks at?
Everyone.
As an immigrant at the young age of 2, by way of my father being in the U.S. Navy and me joining the military also, I would be remiss not to acknowledge and honor those before me who endured the hardships to pave the way for someone like me and other Filipinos to achieve things our forefathers couldn't in the military. And it's not because they didn't have the ability to, but because at that time, they weren't allowed to. Filipinos have a deep and rich history in the U.S. military, in particular the U.S. Navy. If you ever wonder why there's so many Filipinos in the Navy, you're gonna learn today. And I'm sorry that the focus is on the Navy, but that's where the service was heavily recruiting Filipinos.